And on this episode, we'll be working on that thing, 1950 Cadillac Hurst.
So this is the wonderful plywood floor here. It is well used up. And as you can see, all my rollers are missing. I do have the two, so I'm going to try to get this off here and restore all this and actually retain it. I'm not sure what that piece of metal's for or why it actually is there, but that'll all be coming out. And underneath that portion actually is metal, so there's actually a compartment underneath that piece of wood, so God only knows what's in there. Can't wait to cut that open and find out. This thing just didn't want to budge. Burn all those screws out of there. So this is a pretty big piece. Looks like it's cast aluminum. Luckily I didn't kill it getting the screws out. So this is an S&S. Sayers and Scoville Hearse. Been around since 1867. Apparently they were big in the hearses way before there were even cars. So that's a pretty neat thing. So apparently back in the day when you wanted to build yourself a hearse, you could call up a Cadillac and get a service chassis, which would be the extended chassis version. It came with the front sheet metal, you know, the rear fenders and some other stuff. And then you would take and coach build the rest. There was a couple different manufacturers, S&S and then Miller being the biggest ones, but depending on what you wanted to build, you could either build like say an airport transport, a hearse, an ambulance, a flower car, a couple different variations of this particular chassis model. The S&S has the rear quarter windows to where the Miller does not, the more of the traditional Hearst design. So this one's probably a little more versatile, but you know, kind of neat history. Throw a little one shot on there. Yeah, shit. Over the dry and I'll sand it. Well, that cleaned up all right. Oh, fuck. Actually, here in the South, we refer to this as rust-free. So I was vacuuming up the rust and came across this. Oh, that's fucking gross. Yeah, I need to get a mask back on. That's horrible. Found some of the original fabric, sort of a, I don't know, purple of some sort. We'll go back with something similar. So this little device is there's a little clip or a little block that goes in there to lock the casket, you know, from moving around. I've only got one. Need to find another one. So the way this thing's constructed, you have the sheet of plywood there, and there's a metal box there. So this is a big open cavity. I have no idea what is in there because you can't open it. So just about to crack King Tut's tomb and see what comes out. I'm sure we've all seen The Mummy, so it should be exciting. So it's got these strange fasteners. I can't get them out. It's like a steel washer with an aluminum insert and then a steel pin that locks it all together, like mushrooms it out. I can't get them to budge, so I gotta drill each one. I don't necessarily want to sawzall it as of yet, but I gotta figure something out. This is taking more than I anticipated. That works. I was able to take a hole saw, drill around it. Now I can get this thing out. Or not. Fuck it, look at the sawzall. Well, fuck. Yep. Well, at least there's no dead animals in there that I can find. It's all the way in there. Good God. It's like a rat condo. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You ever have an idea that sounds like a really good idea at the time? Like, oh yeah, this will be fun. We should get a hearse. No. That was not a good idea. This is horrible. It's like torture. No. So, some Hearse fun facts. If this car was in service for 10 years, say, with 5 services a week, it would have probably transported around 4,500 people for their last ride. That's a pretty amazing number. I don't know how accurate it is or how I would guess that, but just based on simple math, it's pretty crazy. And even though it's moved 4,500 dead bodies, it does not appear to be haunted. I think that really is a myth for hearses. If you're taking a ride in a hearse, you've probably been dead for at least a week, and typically souls aren't going to hang around, that long for just some crappy old car. But if you really want a haunted vehicle, get one of the old ambulances, because people actually die in those. And I've heard plenty of stories from EMTs about stuff like that. So, besides, if I croak in an ambulance, I don't think I'm going to stay in it. I think I'll wait for George Bush to pick me up in his spaceship and go off to the beach and have some cocktails. Unless I die in my race car, then I'll be hanging around that fucker. So, hearse is okay. Ambulances, no way. One of the benefits of owning a hearse is the back of it is huge. I can fit a full sheet of 4x8 plywood back there. It's essentially a full-size truck, but a rather creepy one, so people don't park next to it at the Home Depot. Well, glad that's done. I think I'll go to the free clinic and get my tetanus shot and my bubonic plague vaccines taken care of. If you're gonna take your last ride, this ain't so bad. Oh, good Lord, this is horrible. I mean, look at this. Every square inch, every nook and cranny, everywhere. It's just full everywhere. It's all up inside the dashboard. It's everywhere. Good God. Well, that's about done. The car actually is, despite being rough looking, it's actually pretty solid. Not sure how much of this floor I'm going to use, as we're going to try to put a seat back here, so I might all just replace all this to begin with. But I'm going to try to block this portion out of my long-term memory with copious amounts of bourbon. That's rough. Just got to finish getting the seat out, then I'm ready to power wash the inside and sanitize it, and then we can get the fun work going. As you can see, the rear end is sticking up higher than the floor, So I might have to end up raising the floor just a little bit to cover the pumpkin. I'm not real sure if I'm going to notch the frame there for the air ride, because right now I'm 2 inches off the ground. The chassis is anyway. So typically when I put air ride on the car, I lay the chassis on the ground. However, this thing needs to be a little more functional than your average car. We plan on doing some real trips in this thing. I don't know, haven't decided yet. It's a matter of how much interior space will I lose, because it's kind of a problem. But I got plenty of room for stuff. It's just a matter of dealing with the floor, because in the event that somebody actually wants to use this, to transport, a loved one or whatever to the final resting place, we'd still like to be able to do that. So I think if I raise the floor and leave it smooth, then I can put like a temporary rollers that we can use as needed, and with just some tie downs in the corner or something like that. I don't know, still in the work in progress. Still would like the idea of having passengers at some point. Laura's going to use this as a business car, so it may get some customers inside. Probably not real happy ones, but it's part of the fun. This is actually aluminum. All the rest of them were steel. I wonder why this one's aluminum. Should clean it nice. It actually is pretty solid, other than that little doodad there. It's actually not in bad shape. The window's all dry up there, so that's good. I don't see sunshine, so that's always a good sign. Yeah, I don't want to break that. It's probably irreplaceable. Yeah, those were a little dry. Well, that's not that bad. Glove box is totally wiped out. Had a nice little nest in there. That appears to be the underseat heater. Judged by the amount of rat turds in there, I don't think it's going to work again. Oh well. The floor patches were a nice addition. And we keep digging. I always fancied myself as a car builder, not an archaeologist or varmint. Fuck. Whatever. The gross part's almost done. Get the rest of the seat frame out, power wash the inside, and we're ready to set it on fire. Oh, anyways, what do you guys suggest in terms of maintaining the patina? I need to do that next before I put all the glass back in. Then I can start the upholstery, and at some point do something with the motor and suspension. It's all a work in progress. Unfortunately, somebody's killed the wings emblem here, which I'm pretty sure is a Hearse only item, and I'll never find another one. Maybe I can see if I can pull it and fix it. I don't know. That's the partition which not 100% sure it's going to go back in. Maybe we'll just leave it open. Apparently it was an option in some of the hearses. Some of them had them, some did not. It's kind of a neat hearse only thing. Although at the same time, I still need to have it functional, so we'll see. It's a work in progress, but that was one milestone. You know, I originally had anticipated on taking 1 day to gut this thing. I'm in, I don't know, I think day 4. It takes a minute. There's a lot of car here, and just a lot to deal with. But the car is, for the most part, in decent shape, so it's not so bad. It's just icky. Well, I think that's it for this day. It is getting late, and there's a storm coming in, and I'm tired. This has taken a zillion times longer than I anticipated. I think I'm probably get 30 or 40 hours into cleaning this thing out, and I'm not even done yet. It is just unbelievably a lot of work. Anyways, it's always tomorrow. So it's a new day and new weather. Pouring rain outside, so no time left at present to give the old car the comet bath. See if we can scrub off some of the patina on this thing. As you can see, the paint mostly still there. The brown stuff, I think, is just bleed through. So we're going to try to scrub this down with the comet and see what results we can get. So what I got is the green scrubby pad. Just the standard everyday comet. I've never personally done this on a patinaed car, but we're going to give it a try. Get a little water there. I don't think I want to rub too hard and rub the paint off, so we'll just play with it a little bit here. It's actually working pretty nicely. Oh, probably should save that. Oh yeah, a lot smoother. Almost got some shine coming back. So look, it's removed all that rust there. This is going to have a nice effect. Oh, well, that's not good. Look at that. I'll have to return on this. It's getting a little scary out here. Now that the monsoon has passed, got a chance to power wash some of the moss from the oak trees off it. So now let's try hitting this again. I do believe that's going to work pretty well. Just a little power washing and some rain that they've been a million times better. Dang, it's a big car. So yesterday, the scrubbing, I did half of the hood. You can see on the left there, I scrubbed it, and on the right, I did not. So it removed a good bulk of the rust on there, and actually almost brought a little shine to it. It's a pretty big difference doing with the Comet. I might chase it again with maybe like a 400 grit sandpaper. We'll get rid of a lot of the brown stuff here. So I'm going to go ahead and knock the rest of this out while waiting for the rainstorm to come in here. Also ordered all the glass. That was only $1,700, not including the windshield that I cannot find. So, work in progress. Also power wash the inside and the roof and sanitize, so I think it's just about time to cut all that out. You see the floor is wiped out. So what do you got there?
I have whatever I had in the cupboard. And this is, I think it's for the toilet bowls, but it says lime, calcium, and rust destroyer. It's fine. And then the other one is CLR, but it says bath and kitchen. Meh. We're just doing a little test to see if it works. I mean, it looks like it's doing something. Something's better than nothing.
No. That does seem like it's working.
So this is this stuff right there. And then that foam jobby stuff is this kitchen one. So I'm just gonna let it sit there for a minute, and then I'm gonna scrub it and see what happens.
All right.
It's working. It's working. See? It's got some texture to it. I don't know how you're supposed to do that. You buff it or something? It works. Now, why don't you come and help me instead of just watching?
Oh, yeah. Work some magic.
The bumper looks really good. It's just about, you know, it's just the grill. And around the lights, those are rusted out, but beyond scrubby pads. But I can get that clean probably. Oh, got buzzed by bee.
So you're saying your magic toilet bowl cleaner works?
Yeah, it sure did. So did the other stuff, and we ran out. So I guess we'll be doing the back panel another day when I can get some more products. Or are you doing that just for him?
Yeah, little 409, do the magic.
I don't think that's gonna work for shit, but. Well, better.
This is where I say, suck it.
To me?
Yeah, you.
Because it worked?
Yes. Yeah, we're gonna replace all the floors. There's some holes in those guys.
Yeah, see that. Look, you can see daylight through the other side of that on the panel that they replaced over there. Little daylight never hurt anybody. But look at, I mean, that's bad. That fan thing needs to come out of there too.
There's a heater. It could be cold.
Well, it needs to come out because it's janky, and all it'll do is spin around all the rat shit that was in there. So it needs to go. But she's cleaning up. I mean, I think we took 50 years off of her.
Yeah, 50 years of rat crap out of it too.
I think that was just 20, but she's getting there.
Ugh. There we go. That is an improvement. A little bit of Comet, some elbow grease, one hard-working dog, and one more than intelligent wife, and here we are.
She's looking good. Getting better every time.
So I think that's it for this episode. It's amazing what a little Comet and apparently a toilet bowl cleaner can accomplish. Not quite sure what I'm going to put on it next to keep the patina there. What do you guys recommend? Next time I think we'll be putting the floors in it and possibly the rear suspension. Anyways, thanks for watching. Please subscribe. But in the meantime, I got the Franken Zephyr here for a set of flush fender skirts. So that'll be the next video.